Hari Om and Namaste to all the viewers on this national webinar series Yoga Ramayana Vishwakosha History. Continuing our series with Professor Rajani Jairamji, in today's session she'll be speaking about Kaikeyi as a misunderstood woman in Ramayana.
Namaste. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. I extremely and humbly thank the authorities of Yes Vyasa deemed to be university for giving me an opportunity to speak on the topic Kaikeyi, a misunderstood woman, in their national webinar series. My humble pranams to the Almighty. Kaikeyi, as you all know, was the third wife of King Dasharatha, as also his favorite queen. The world knows her as the woman responsible for sending away Rama to the forest and getting her son Bharata coronated as the king. But many of us do not know what exactly is the inner character of Kaikeyi beyond what we know her role in sending Rama on exile. There are many questions asked by people as to whether she was a wicked woman who did not have any kind of respect and regard. The world knows her as a woman who did not show regard or respect for her husband Dasharatha or for any other members of the family. She only probably had the intention to send away the first son who would be the heir apparent to the throne of Ayodhya and make her son, the biological son Bharata, as the king. In Valmiki Ramayana, by and large, we find Kaikeyi as a woman ignorant of politics. It was only that her mind was poisoned by the officious relative who came with her along with the family that she joined in and poisoned her mind to ask Dasharatha the two boons which he had promised during the battle in Vaijayantapura and the subsequent killing of Shambhasura. But many other versions of Ramayana, take for example the Tulasidas Ramayana, says that Kaikeyi was well versed in politics, while some version of Ramayana says that she was innocent. Some of them say that she was a very shrewd woman, very crafty, and she knew how to manipulate. Let me tell you, friends, whenever there is an original and many recensions of the text, it is bound to happen that various versions crop up in the story which is told after the original has been scribed. Therefore, one does not understand what exactly was Kaikeyi. Was she innocent? Was she manipulative? Was she kind? Was she not kind? Or what was her intention? Did she imbibe the character of her mother? Or was it that she was instigated by her handmaiden Manthara? Well, all these questions have multiple answers, and it can be that contextually the questions may have different answers. Therefore, when we speak about Rama himself, the epic is a triumph of good over the evil, the resurrection of dharma and the trouncing of adharma. Rama stands as an epitome for everything that is connected with dharmic perspectives. Therefore, when people tried to trigger Kaikeyi's mind, saying that Rama would become the coronated king and his mother would get the epithet of the Rajamata or the mother of the coronated king, then Kaikeyi told that Rama was a gentleman, a knower of dharma, therefore it would be very nice to have him as the king. Therefore, people tried to poison her mind by saying that the biological son supersedes the son who is born to the co-wife. Perhaps this would have been a turning point in the mind of Kaikeyi. Ramapi Bharatabhyudaya Tanupa Shushrushane Sadan. She did tell, you fool, I have never told that Rama and Bharata are different. They are one and the same to me. Like how Bharata is my son, so is Rama. This was what her original thought was. But the same Kaikeyi changed her mind during the coronation of Rama. What perhaps would have been the reason for the change in her attitude, and what was the bearing of the change in her attitude? The beautiful woman who had a delicate mind, who was sensible, who was sensitive to the happenings around her, eager to participate in the coronation of Rama, suddenly turned stone-hearted. Perhaps it was an action of destiny. And what was the reason for this? The main reason was to eliminate the thorn in the form of Ravana. If at all Kaikeyi did not throw her tantrums to send Rama on an exile, perhaps the story would have had a fairy tale ending where Rama would have become the king of Ayodhya. Therefore, even though her character has been given a negative tinge, she became an agent of eliminating negativity in the form of Ravana, who was an obstacle to the entire world because of his atrocity and also because of the boon which he had taken, Amanushyena Avadyatvam. Bhoja, beautifully in a shloka in Champu Ramayana, tells how Kaikeyi and Manthara become agents of positivity. Yame vahuhu nishicharakula unmulana mula hetum yasyas prakriti kutilam gatramitram Kaikeihyaha hrudayam adayam Manthara nirvamantha kasari vacham ambasi. Who is called as the root cause to eliminate the Nishachara, that is Ravana, and whose mind was as wicked as her body, like as all of us know, Manthara has a hunchback. This Manthara came and poisoned the mind of Kaikeyi, which was pure, and corroded her mind like how a she-buffalo corrodes a clear pond by making it ruddy. But this kind of an action by Manthara proved to be a positive action, because it was this which instigated Kaikeyi to go and tell Dasharatha that the coronation has to be stopped and Rama has to be sent to the forest. And the subsequent events which came after that proved to be good, or proved to be Loka Kalyana Karaka, that which is auspicious to the world. Various versions of Ramayana have given different dimensions to the character of Kaikeyi. When you take Bhasa's Pratima Natakam, he has portrayed Kaikeyi in a different way. He says it was by slip of tongue that instead of saying 14 days, she said 14 years. But in reality, she desired for something and she was able to get it. Therefore, one gets a feeling that perhaps she is a vicious woman who was greedy, and because of her greed, she wanted to establish not only Bharata as the king but also as Rajamata, or the mother of the coronated king, who is bestowed with various privileges. The dramatist here, that is Bhasa, is generous to add that destiny played a major role in whatever happened in that particular context, and Manthara was only an agent to make it happen. Therefore, he calls her an agent of change, the change which was for positivity, because change is the only constant which has also been again authorized with Bhagavad Gita. Tulsidas is of the opinion that everything is the handwork of bad elements that were prevalent in the kingdom, and he feels that the craftiness and cunningness of Kaikeyi added to whatever happened in the palace. Therefore, whatever happened, she is described as the exterminator of the Rakshasa Ravana. Kaikeyi became an agent of change. She is described as the exterminator of the circle of Rakshasas led by Ravana himself. And it was this Kaikeyi who was responsible for eliminating the Kantakas in the form of the troublesome Rakshasas who were bringing about obstruction to the sacrifices, that is the Yaga Yagnadi Kriyas of the sages when Rama, Lakshmana and Sita were living in exile. Therefore, one thing needs to be observed here, that destiny is all powerful. Nobody can change whatever is destined. It's only that we become the agents of destiny in whatever action we do. Whatever misdeed is muted by the bad people to the good turn out to be a favor. Durjanaihi sajjanasu krutam apakrutihi upakrutaye bhavet. Therefore, whatever bad is muted out by the wicked to the noble turn out to be whatever is good, not only to them but to the entire world. Ramayana cannot exist without Kaikeyi. If it was not Kaikeyi, if she had not changed the course of the epic, perhaps the epic would have ended abruptly and the atrocity and cunningness of Ravana would have continued forever. Therefore, she cannot be compared to Shakuni of Mahabharata because she never became an agent of destruction of good. She always had in one corner of her mind respect, regard, affection and love for all her sons other than her biological son Bharata himself. Therefore, the character of Kaikeyi should never be studied as a one-dimensional approach. She should be studied from a holistic perspective to understand the congruence of good and evil in her. After all, every human being is a congruence of both positivity and negativity. Our primary character is ascertained by what outweighs the other. If we have more number of positive character in us, then we become positive human beings, and the vice versa is also applicable. Another dimension in which we need to study Kaikeyi is the psychological factor. Psychology plays a very important role in shaping the character of a human being. Destiny, on one hand, takes over the proceedings and it is complemented by the psychological status of the human being in concern. Perhaps we may see her as a strong woman at times and a person who easily gets influenced by others or the hearsay or any kind of gossip which goes behind her sometimes. Kaikeyi is a very complex character. She had multiple roles to play like any other woman of today: a queen, a mother, a wife, a widow, and a stepmother. Therefore, she would have found it very difficult to adjust her psyche to all the characters that she had to play. And the cliched role that was there for her is the role of a stepmother who easily got influenced and who wanted the biological son to have the privileges and precedence. There is a question mark on how to break the complexities of her character even to this day. Every human being on earth fails to name the daughter, the mother, the sister, or any other woman concerned with him as Kaikeyi. The reason for this is very, very simple. The world sees her as a typical character who did not have any kind of humanity in her. But she became an enigma, a very difficult person to understand. She remains unique, unanimous, and incomparable even to this day. Who can reveal the fact that no one names the daughter as Kaikeyi? Therefore, was she a spoiled person? Was she educated? Was she adept young woman? Was she well trained in the roles of a warrior? Well, Ramayana is Kaikeyi and Kaikeyi is Ramayana. The reason for this is without her, Ramayana could not have been Ramayana, and the world would not have known what exactly Ramayana means. Many homes in our conventional setup tell the children Ramayana means the story of Rama. Well, it is not a narrative. It is neither an embedded narrative, but it teaches us the path that we should tread on, the path where we need to take along people like Manthara, people like Kaikeyi, people like Lakshmana who sacrificed his life or the personal life for the sake of the well-being of his brother. The dedicated brother Bharata who refuted the argument of his mother and stood for his brother. But one thing is certain, Kaikeyi's character is worth examining from varied dimensions. She is a multicultural character from varied perspectives. Therefore, let us not stamp her as bad or wicked. Namaste.
My grateful thanks to Rajani ma'am for her beautiful explanation about the character Kaikeyi. Tomorrow we'll come up with another beautiful session. Namaste.